was fought for. There was a liberation struggle. There were people who died for a country called Zimbabwe. So let's not all be fooled by people who do not want Zimbabwe to prosper. Let's all not be fooled by a few who call themselves elites. Let's all resist the 2030 mantra. Let's all resist their shenanigans of creating a dynasty. Let's all resist this 2030 shenanigan they are trying to pull against the people of Zimbabwe. It is a shame to the current president who is pushing for his own agenda. They agreed that Zimbabwe is bigger than everyone else during the liberation struggle. They agreed that no one is above the law. They agreed that we are going to put rules to govern ourselves. So why today the rules only apply when they want? The rules apply to suit them, not for the benefit of Zimbabwe. We have been played, and it's enough. They played with us in extending Justice Malaba's term because they wanted to use it as a reference. Today, in extending Emmerson Mnangagwa's term, they died for this country called Zimbabwe. Let's us not let them die in vain. Let us not let them perish in vain. Time is now. We are the answer. Tisu Minduru. Let's all stand up and fight for our country called Zimbabwe. Together we can do it. Let's all resist the shenanigans that are being pulled by the current president. It is a sin to make 17 million people suffer, to put people against their own conscience, to subject people into poverty, to subject people into anxiety. They agreed that no one is above the law. So irregardless of our political diversities, we are Zimbabweans. Let's all rise and have one idea, an idea of freeing Zimbabwe, an idea of freedom. They can kill us, they can incarcerate us, but they will not arrest the idea of freedom. They will not arrest the idea of a free Zimbabwe. And they will not kill the idea of free Zimbabwe. Stand up, rise, Zimbabwean giant. It is your time. Let's all stand and fight for our rights. It is our right to say no to 2030. It is our right to say no to 2030. They used us 2017 for their own benefit. Are we going to be used again today? Are we going to allow the same game being played against us? Are we going to allow them to win? They're using us against our conscience. Our forefathers, they fought for a free Zimbabwe. Are we free today? They fought for a free Zimbabwe. Are we free today? They fought for a democratic Zimbabwe. Are we democratic today? Makudo zvaakatya akazofa ari mangani. It is a question that I'm leaving to you, Zimbabweans. Makudo zvaakatya akazofa ari mangani. Rise. And when we say fight, it does not mean that we have to take up guns and fight. When we say fight, it does not mean that we have to go violent. There are certain ways to do it. Let's all come together as citizens of Zimbabwe, as the people of Zimbabwe, and resist the authority that has been imposed on us, whether we do it via courts or whether we do it via protest, whether we do it via, as long as we are one, no one can break us. They can kill us, but they will not kill the idea of freedom. They can arrest us, but they cannot arrest the idea of freedom. Rise, Zimbabwe, it is your time. I will leave you with a question. Makudo zvaakatya akazofa ari mangani. Say no to 2030.